Welcome to the DCTV News at Noon program. I'm Kendra Cook. Dolores County Broadcasting Network is the producer of DCTV with support from the Southwest Colorado TV Translator Association. If you have a news topic or event that you would like to see covered, give us a call. The studio number is 970-677-4119. Today's show runs Thursday at noon and is uploaded to our YouTube channel and our DCTV News at Noon Facebook page to watch on demand. Today is September 5th, 2019, and now the news at noon. From the Dove Creek Press with a photo, tamu.edu. According to updated information, as of August 30th, the Colorado Department of Agriculture has increased the number of counties with confirmed cases of vesicular stomatitis, or VSV, to 32 Colorado counties. This time, Dolores County is included in the list. All VSV cases are important for the epidemiology and management of this outbreak and must be reported to the State Veterinarian's Office, which is 303-869-9130, regardless if the owner and veterinarian decide to have their livestock tested or choose to manage as positive premises based on the presence of typical clinical signs without testing. Quote, "We are seeing increasing numbers in new counties across the state," said Colorado State Veterinarian Dr. Keith Rohrer. "It is important to remain diligent in checking horses and livestock for VSV lesions and contacting your veterinarian if symptoms are found. The only cases that may be managed as suspect positive are equine cases located in counties that have confirmed cases. While an individual equine case may not seem vitally important, the case numbers and case management as a whole, diagnostics, movement restrictions, issuance of hold orders, and quarantines are critical. It is of utmost importance that livestock owners report VSV occurrences and comply with hold or quarantine orders to limit the potential for disease spread in this VSV outbreak," said Colorado State Veterinarian Dr. Keith Rohrer. Equine owners and livestock producers across the state are impacted by VSV. All livestock owners should carefully watch the case numbers and affected counties to gauge their level of risk and institute mitigation measures. The total count of premises under quarantine for VSV by county is outlined in a table included on the USDA Colorado website. The Colorado Department of Agriculture has confirmed that a total of 3 horses residing on separate locations in Larimer, Pueblo, and Weld counties have been diagnosed recently with West Nile virus. The 3 cases are Colorado's first confirmed cases of the West Nile virus in horses in 2019. These index cases were diagnosed by Colorado State University's Veterinary Diagnostic Laboratory in Fort Collins in late August of 2019. Vaccines in horses have proven to be a very effective prevention tool for West Nile virus, and horses that have been vaccinated in past years do need an annual booster. If a horse has not been vaccinated in previous years, it will need the 2-shot vaccination series with a 3 to 4 week period. In addition to vaccinations as a preventative measure, horse owners should also reduce local mosquito populations and their possible breeding areas. Recommendations include removing stagnant water sources, keeping animals inside during the bugs' feeding times, which are typically early in the morning and evening, and using mosquito repellents. It's good for humans too. And reported by the Journal with a file photo, the Colorado Oil and Gas Conservation Commission has suspended operations of a Kinder Morgan carbon dioxide well on County Road BB in Montezuma County after a gas venting complaint from a neighbor, according to company officials. On Tuesday, several Kinder Morgan officials met with the Montezuma County Commissioners and resident Tom Hayden to address concerns about the well, which is next door to his residence and farm in Pleasant View. Operations at the CX-14 well ceased August 23rd, and the company is being asked to comply with a list of COGCC conditions before starting the well back up, said Barry Swift, Kinder Morgan asset manager for CO2 production. In regards to questions about the well, COGCC Communications Director Megan Castle stated, quote, "A safety shutdown occurred on this well on August 23rd. The COGCC and its operator are currently in discussions to determine next steps. Updated information will be provided when it becomes available," he added. Well venting, a process that releases unwanted gases into the air, was conducted for 14 days this summer at the CX-14 well. Hayden was concerned about gas smells coming from the site and a malfunctioning audible alarm on an air monitor located on his property. But the well stayed in compliance with COGCC regulations, said Chris Lopez, Kinder Morgan regulatory agent. He said air quality monitors at the well site and on Hayden's property showed no dangerous levels of gases were released during the recent venting operation. Venting triggers a host of additional regulatory procedures and safety protocols, Lopez said, including placing personnel with air monitors on neighboring property. If monitors detect dangerous gases, such as hydrogen sulfide, near residences, then venting is halted. Venting can take place only in certain conditions, including when wind direction is away from residences. An air monitoring unit was installed on Hayden's property May 22nd by Kinder Morgan when the well was installed at the request of the landowner. The well site also has fixed air monitors per regulations. During a routine test on August 22nd, it was discovered the audible alarm on Hayden's air monitoring unit was not functioning. It was repaired a short time later. The visual alarm was functioning, officials said, and according to data reports, the air quality detector of that device was also working properly and did not record dangerous gas levels. Kinder Morgan said the COGCC has asked the firm to meet certain conditions before restarting operations. The requests include bringing in a toxicologist to review the air quality parameters at the well site and investigating alternative venting options. Hayden said he is not against Kinder Morgan, but wants to make sure he and his family are safe living next to a well site. Quote, "It's unnerving when you smell gas and the alarm is not functioning," he said. Living next to a well is not very relaxing. There is a certain amount of fear about the unknown gases coming out of there. He said more information is needed for neighbors regarding venting and what they should do to protect themselves when dangerous gases are detected. The workers know what to do. I feel like we are more guessing, Hayden said. At the meeting, Kinder Morgan said smells from the well venting were mercaptans, naturally occurring gas that has a putrid smell but does not present a significant health hazard. Commissioner Jim Candelaria urged Kinder Morgan to conduct educational outreach for community members to explain the drilling processes and including venting and the associated safety protocols. Kinder Morgan executives agreed that that was a good idea, and they've begun planning on an upcoming education program for the public. From the Norwood Post. In late August, approximately 80 people showed up in attendance of the town of Norwood's monthly meeting. On the agenda was the consideration of a moratorium on development designed to temporarily freeze development in the town. These are photos from their website. Some Norwood residents were pushing for the moratorium since town staff reported earlier this summer the Dollar General company was looking to buy a Main Street property to open a store. Those supporting the moratorium have said that they don't wish to see a, quote, formula business established in town. They said the freeze could buy time for town officials to work on planning and zoning measures going forward to preserve small town, small business charm. The public comment period at the beginning of the August 14th meeting lasted roughly 2 hours. Mayor Kiefer Perino limited comments to 3 minutes maximum, and Trustee Carrie Welch ran a timer. Before the floor is open, Town Attorney Herb McCarg defined the moratorium as an ordinance, a 120-day period that could allow the Planning Commission time to review their regulations for the health and safety of the public and the town's businesses. Those who spoke publicly either expressed support for the moratorium or disappointment that it was being considered. Julie Thornycroft, owner of a Main Street bakery, said business is tough, really tough. She asked the town to approve the moratorium. Quote, "There's a lot of emotion and upset," she said. "We are all here now, and now is the time for us to take some time and discuss this as a community. Business owners need to be able to have their say." Others in support of the moratorium voiced concerns regarding the negative effects on local businesses and the, quote, mass and scale of a potential Dollar General, along with the height and lighting of its signage. Some are worried about the parking area, which some should say should be ordered to the rear of the store. Also on the list of public concerns is interfering with the dark sky status that Norwood recently achieved. Those opposing the moratorium said Dave Alexander summed up their viewpoints in that it seemed to be a, quote, knee-jerk reaction. Alexander asked why planning and zoning didn't enact regulation years ago if Dollar General was a problem. Alexander also said Norwood used to have car dealerships and other grocery stores years ago. He said Dollar General won't hurt Norwood. Quote, "A landowner should have the right to sell if he so desires," Alexander said. "I've been here longer than anybody up here so far. I've seen this town change, and it's going to change." Others who opposed the moratorium said they felt it was an un-American and also detrimental to free enterprise to halt development. They said they supported competition in business. Last to speak was the landowner of the Main Street property Dollar General inquired about, Kenny Hellman. Hellman, who now lives in Nucla, was born in Norwood in the house Arlene Boyd lives in on the east side of town. His family goes back 3 generations in Norwood. Hellman said the property was purchased by his grandfather in 1926 and was a gas station in the 1950s. It also housed a dry goods store in the 1960s. Hellman said he worked on the property 10 years to get it ready to sell and that it felt, quote, really discouraging that more regulations could prevent him from doing so. He said the sale of his property to Dollar General created no threat to public health or safety. At the end of the meeting, board members commented on the proposed moratorium before voting. Trustee Candy Meehan said she surveyed more than 100 people in Norwood to get their opinions. According to her, more than 60% said no to a moratorium on development. The moratorium did not pass. Trustees Jamie Schultz and Sean Fallon voted for it. Meehan, Welch, and Mayor Perino voted against it. And now let's take a look at the weather. Today, mostly sunny with a high near 87 degrees. Southwest winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. Tonight, partly cloudy with a low around 59, with southeast winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. Friday, isolated showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon are expected, but just at a 10% chance at this point. Mostly sunny sky with a high near 88 degrees, with light and variable winds becoming west-southwest 10 to 15 miles an hour in the morning. The rain chance increases to 20% for Friday night, with a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms, partly cloudy with a low around 58, west-southwest winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. Then Saturday, we still have a 30% chance for showers and thunderstorms on the radar for the afternoon. Partly sunny with a high near 84 degrees. Maybe just a breeze, but mostly calm. This remains in place for Saturday night with a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms before midnight. Partly cloudy and a low around 56. And now into Sunday, a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms for the afternoon, mostly sunny with a high near 81 degrees. Sunday night, a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms before midnight with partly cloudy skies and a low around 49 degrees. And now Monday is showing a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon as the high temperatures start to cool down, feeling more fall-like. A mostly sunny sky with a high near 78 degrees. Monday night, partly cloudy and a low around 49. For Tuesday, we may see temps back in the 70s, which we haven't seen in a long time. Mostly sunny with a high near 77 degrees, and Tuesday night, partly cloudy with a low around 51. And now, back to the news. Reported in the Durango Herald, photo drovers.com. New Mexico's Commissioner of Public Lands is announcing plans to terminate livestock grazing leases to a holding company controlled by financier Jeffrey Epstein before his death last month. First-year Land Commissioner Stephanie Garcia Richard scheduled a morning news conference last Wednesday to announce the cancellation of 2 leases to Cypress, Inc. Epstein allegedly killed himself August 10th in a New York jail cell while awaiting his sex trafficking trial. He owned an isolated hilltop mansion and ranch in central New Mexico. The ranch is known by the name Zorro. A small portion of the ranch extended across the state trust land under a 1990s era contract with the state land office that was renewed as recently as 2016. New Mexico's Attorney General says the state trust land was leased to provide privacy and barely, if ever, was used for grazing livestock. There's a lot of mystery surrounding the ranch property and what was happening at the grounds. Charges against Epstein have been dropped since he had been proclaimed deceased. From the Telluride Daily Planet with a courtesy photo. The folks at the upcoming Telluride Blues and Brews Festival found themselves in a pickle recently when Sunday headliner Phil Lesh had to cancel on doctor's orders. Back surgery and subsequent recovery time prohibited the legendary Grateful Dead bassist and his band from performing his last few gigs of the summer season, including Steve Gumbel's mid-September gathering in Telluride Town Park. With mere weeks until the festival's September 13th opening, not to mention the festival's program's impending deadline, Gumbel and crew hustled, and in the end he convinced the mothership to land. George Clinton and Parliament Funkadelic are bringing funk, finery, and over-the-top freaky fun for the festival's final act of the weekend. And in what will be a truly historic occasion, the set will be Clinton's last show of a career that he launched in the 1950s. Now the proud recipient of a 2019 Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award, the singer-songwriter, bandleader, and consummate showman who has steered a group whose music has been described as a melding of science fiction, outlandish fashion, psychedelic culture, and surreal humor, began in doo-wop. In the 1950s and 60s, a barbershop in Plainfield, New Jersey, which Clinton co-owned, was a hangout for the city's doo-wop and soul artists. His doo-wop group, called the Parliaments, by the 1970s had morphed into Parliament and Funkadelic, or P-Funk. This forward-thinking collective dominated the charts with numerous R&B hit singles and 3 platinum-selling albums, bringing the far-out sensibilities of Jimi Hendrix and Frank Zappa into the musical mix, along with the happy clamor of Sly and the Family Stone and James Brown's deep grooves and onstage flair. P-Funk became notorious for incredible live performances. For the uninitiated, expect sequins, sky-high platform boots, feather boas, and unparalleled funk. Credited with being a progenitor of the disco movement and even the rap genre, Clinton, now age 78, is on his final lap around the musical universe, one he calls the One Nation Under a Groove Tour. This will be the second appearance on the Blues and Brews stage for Clinton and his merry band of funksters. Blues and Brews this year is also featuring headliners bluesman Boz Scaggs on Saturday and John Fogerty, co-founder of Creedence Clearwater Revival, on Friday. The festival is now in its 26th year. For tickets and more information, visit them online at tellyourrideblues.com. And the rest of today's High Canyon Country happenings. This week's Farmers Market update as of September 3rd, as from the High County Elevator and Midland Bean Companies out of Dove Creek, shows that pinto beans are at $22 per CWT. Winter wheat and spring wheat remain at $6 and $7 respectively. Sunflower is at $15.85 per 100 pounds, and safflower remains strong at $17 per CWT. In Monticello, Utah, it's their homecoming week. September 7th, bring your date and dine at the Greenery Bar and Grill. This Saturday, September 7th, a package includes dinner for 2 and a romantic limo ride, all for $60. Parents are welcome to book this package as well. Space is limited, so call ASAP to reserve your spot. The number is 435-587-2597, and they're located across the highway from Maverick. September 7th, there's also music at Fenceline Cider in Mancos. Bards in Between is serving up some local original songs on Saturday the 7th from 7 to 9 p.m. There will be a food truck and awesome cider and kombucha. That's just over the bridge in Mancos. And I post up all of these High Canyon Country happenings on our Facebook page, which is DCTV News at Noon, so you can look up phone numbers and dates. We also upload daily news to our YouTube channels, which you can search for with the same name, DCTV News at Noon, and the broadcast is also posted to the general Facebook page, where we add links to stories of interest, share other events or news, and where you can join in on the conversation too. This is your local community TV station, so if you have something you'd like to share, contact us. The email is dcbnnews@gmail.com or call us at 970-677-4119. Thank you for tuning in. News at Noon now airs at noon Monday through Friday, and then is available on demand online on our YouTube channel and posted on our DCTV News at Noon Facebook page, as I mentioned. And we ask you if you would please like us there and share it with your friends and family. This has been a production of DCTV for the News at Noon program out of Dove Creek, Colorado, USA. I'm Kendra Cook. Thank you for watching.